Hey guys, and thank you for joining me for another training video. I'm happy to see you again. And today we're going to talk about something very specific, but extremely important that sometimes kind of get left off or overlooked. And we're talking about having a conversation. Having a conversation, or in other words, be conversational. We see often, from understandable reasons, our agents sounding somewhat like robots, and they're sounding like they're not having a real conversation with the person. And frankly, there's nothing more irritating or upsetting if I'm talking to someone and he's not having a conversation with me. So I need to have a conversation with the person and integrate with the client and integrate our script into our conversation. Remember, it's a conversation first. Only then comes the scripts and the policies and what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it, how we're trying to implement it, whether it's an appointment or a service call or answering objections. One of the first uh, fundamental things is having a conversation with the person, with whether it's a elderly lady, young man, or anybody that I talk to. I have to give them a conversation, meaning I have to address to what they're talking about. I have to sound human as possible, right? We all like to talk to humans still. um, I have to be nice, of course. I have to be uh, listening to what they're saying, but I have to have a conversation. I can't just not read from the script saying the same things that you're saying in every conversation in a manner that sounds really robotic. So when I'm asking questions, when I'm asking for a name, when I'm asking for an address, when I'm answering questions that the customer might have, I want to do that within a conversation. I need to give my full attention, my undisputed attention to the client customer that I'm talking to. That's the only way I'm gonna gain their trust. Um, that's the only way I'm going to gain the job, or I will win the job, right? It's a competitive market. If I'm not going to book a job with that particular client, trust me, somebody else will. I can guarantee you that. So it's a competition, right? And in order to be successful in that competition, I have to be conversational. So that's one of the keys to have a successful interaction between two people. How frustrated it could be for a customer that is already frustrated from a number of reasons that we mentioned in previous videos, um, due to unexpected issue, unexpected problem, something happened. They already get to us in an emotional status that it's so. And if I'm not listening, if I'm not uh, having a conversation with uh, with the client, it's going to be extremely difficult for me to implement and get to a successful resolution within the call. Okay, so be conversational. That's a title to many things that we spoke about in Customer Service 101, but it's a bit more specific to understand when you answer in the phone, if you're going to treat that individual like a number, you're just another phone call, you're just another client, and I'm just going to pass you through, then obviously we're not a good fit. Um, we need to understand that every person needs their own attention, and I need to build rapport with that client. I need to build some kind of a relationship, even though it's a very short term relationship. It's maybe 2 minutes up to 5, 6 minutes relationship, but within that relationship, I have to demonstrate my full set of skills as an agent. If I'm not being having a conversation with the client, that's going to be extremely difficult. That's where we get calls being hanging up over the phone, being hang up in the middle of the conversation. Sometimes the calls drop and we don't understand why the customer doesn't answer, because he felt he's speaking to this huge call center that doesn't even care about him or his issue. If he feels that I care for his issues, that I care to try to give him the best solutions, that will lead to successful resolutions. So remember, be conversational, have a conversation, um, ask questions, listen, empathize, all those things that we touched on within that headline. So I hope you had good value out of this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.